Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Movie Social. We're your hosts, Ricky and Steph.
What up, what up, what up?
Today on Movie Social, we're going to be doing a review of the Disney Plus series, WandaVision, Episode 4. And it's about time, is all I can say. Everybody's been waiting patiently, for the most part. Some have not been, but it's now been worth it. But before we get into that, for those that like the channel and like what we're doing, have yet to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the channel with your family and friends. For those that haven't subscribed but are on the fence, let us know why in the comments below. And so, Steph, is WandaVision officially considered worth people's time now?
Like I said yes before. And I was telling people to be patient. And your patience have been rewarded. Literally the best episode of the series as of yet.
Now, from what the execs are saying, it's supposed to get even more involved in all this stuff and have a lot more action and everything going forward. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that's so. Granted, I wouldn't care if it was every other episode like that. I'm fine with that as long as it just wasn't 3 back-to-back episodes where it was kind of dragging for the most part.
There's so many questions.
Only because of that. But yes, this thing is worth your time, people. If you have not watched it, I don't know why you're not watching it. Watch it. It is a major implication in the MCU universe. And it's Marvel. We've been going so long without Marvel. Just watch it.
So many questions, though.
Yes, I have a lot of questions.
Let me see if our questions line up. Let's talk. Let's talk about this. Yeah. One, it definitely it picked up from seeing the snap from a different perspective.
So yeah, it came. This starts the moment Tony Stark snaps his fingers, basically.
No, this was most likely from the Hulk, because remember he snapped his fingers to bring everybody back.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Hulk snapped his fingers first. Yeah.
Well, this was the Hulk snapping and bringing everybody back.
The thing that makes me wonder, Wanda.
Exactly, and that's exactly like, okay, so boom, when he snapped, this is obviously
the so-called blip.
Yeah, this was to me a few days after.
No, it's right when it happened, because you seen when it first started, she was in the hospital, people started reappearing.
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is, as far as this whole thing with Wanda,
yeah, I mean,
definitely it started after
the episode started. Right once he snapped, then she digressed maybe a few days or so.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: we don't know if Wanda was already there when she came back or whatnot, because all we know is one of the guys, that's one of the people that's in witness protection with the FBI agent, just disappeared. So what we need to know, what we're trying to find out, is when was from the time that they beat Thanos, because remember he snapped and then they came back that same a couple minutes later to fight Thanos. So the time that they beat Thanos till the time that the person vanished or whatever the case may be, what's that time frame? I'm gonna say a day at the most.
You said you believe it's a day,
or immediately right after, because we all know now this might be all being controlled by Wanda herself.
Oh yeah, for sure. Then we found that out. This is definitely being controlled by her.
Well, not 100%, 90%. That's what everybody believes.
Okay.
Granted, no Marvel, it could just be like, okay, yeah, we want y'all to believe this. Then at the end, it was this person that was controlling it this whole time.
So also, right, what I like to know is this trying to cope with the loss of Vision?
Yes.
Because of her seeing him dead, essentially.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think is happening, and that's why it leads you to believe Wanda's controlling all this. And this starts down the realm of her becoming the villain.
Yeah. I mean, there was so many dope things about this episode, man. Like it piggybacked off of what we seen the first 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. Like when the radio was talking to her.
The other side of it all.
The radio talking to her. Mm-hmm. The guy coming from
with the bumblebee. with the Beast, who's now supposed to be a major character.
Okay.
MCU eventually. Well, not major, but we'll see.
Her tossing her out.
Well, first her going in there to begin with,
Yeah.
popping up. Didn't technically belong, but now coming up. The drone.
The drone, yep.
Why it was playing like that.
And it looked different, too, from when they originally sent it in there.
Yeah, it's because of the things that transformed it. And now we also know why the channels changed to being in color. Because they were catching on to the frequency, and so it just switched up on them.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you caught this, or I may be wrong, which is fine. Are they saying that the young lady that was in Miss Marvel,
Yes, that's the black agent.
her now.
Yes, that's in the Delta.
Okay,
she's supposed to be in Captain Marvel 2 as well as the Delta now.
gotcha. Okay,
along with not only that, the FBI agent that she was talking with in the beginning is the same FBI agent from Ant-Man.
it wasn't the girl who was doing all the frequency. Wasn't she in another Marvel?
Yeah,
movie?
she's been in Thor. She's been in Thor for the longest.
Yeah,
and she'll be continuing being a part of all this, hopefully.
So the continuity,
a Philadelphia native.
The continuity, as you were talking about
native.
Previously, is definitely now aligning itself.
Yep. And we are supposedly might be seeing a little bit more of Quicksilver too in this. Maybe that's still not confirmed completely by everybody.
I mean, this was the best episode, man. So many questions.
This has everybody talking. I mean, you got some answers and you got some questions in this, and definitely got some action out of this.
Yo, she pushed her back. I don't know how far, but yo, she got her up out of there.
The moment she mentioned Ultron, and you see them like, huh? Did she just say Ultron?
She mentioned something from basically this timeline, or you know,
well, something that triggered.
Yeah,
which is gonna be interesting to see going forward. What else triggers her, other than the Vision? Seeing them that that was kind of creepy. I ain't gonna lie.
That was. Man, listen, we all forget that, and she mentioned, she was like, how is Vision alive? Like, he dead. Like,
but who knows? At the same time, that's what I was wondering. They could do something to bring him back, because remember, they were working to replicate his stone, so that way they could actually take the stone out and put something in there that would keep him alive.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They was doing that in Wakanda.
Yeah.
They just didn't have enough time.
Maybe they finished it in Wakanda. Something to bring him back. Never know.
Never know. But you know what's crazy to me, though, is you would think, right? And I forgot when he got killed, that his head is like,
it's crushed.
His head is crushed.
Yeah, the way Thanos took it out of him.
And the funny part about it is, let's refer to that real quick. When he did it, you wouldn't think it would be that bad. Well, because he did this.
No, but it was the way he was extracting it. It was being forcefully taken, not willingly.
Which was insane. But yeah, man. It was amazing.
But again, even though with that, I still question that whole scene, because Wanda, we all knew, was overpowerful. She could have just took out Thanos, regardless of what Infinity Stones he had.
I mean,
she almost took him out in the Endgame single-handedly.
Bruh. I'm not going to talk about Endgame, because that was one of the funniest scenes ever.
Who are you?
She was like, you took everything from me. Bruh, who are you, though?
Rainfire.
He didn't even care at this point. He was like, they got some random chick mad at me. Who is this? But I feel like this is definitely her trying to cope with losing.
Oh yeah, I really just can't wait till we get everything else going with the MCU again. Disney, please stop pushing back movies. Because we've already seen a long list of movies that was already supposed to come out this year, pushed to 2022 now, and that list is going to start growing.
Yeah,
and as of right now, none of the MCU movies have been changed. Their dates have not yet been changed, but it looks like with the first one up of Black Widow might be getting pushed or might go to Disney Plus.
We just need to push it to Disney Plus at this point.
Kevin Feige has not yet confirmed if it would go. He hasn't ruled it out either. So,
which is good, but I really think they should just.
With everything else coming out for Disney Plus right now, all the MCU shows, just start putting them on there until we can get back in theaters.
Now, here's my question: You know how all these other things are doing video on demand or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Would you pay $20?
I said in the beginning I would have paid the $20, but at the same time, seeing how HBO is doing it with HBO Max, no, I'm not paying $20. You have Disney Plus right there. I'm paying $6. Now you can push Disney Plus up to $10. I'll stick with that. Put it on par with HBO Max. I will pay it.
I mean,
I'm not paying a separate $20 though, or a separate $30 like they did.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if they was to say, you can rent this for $20, not 30, but $20
on top of the subscription I'm already paying on Disney Plus, no.
Oh, okay.
Because then that's like Mulan. I'm not paying a subscription and then paying again to see it.
I mean, you technically do that when you have cable and you want to watch stuff. You're paying for the cable.
Not necessarily because I'm already paying for cable. This is just the avenue. I can watch that on any other platform like Google TV, Amazon, anything. It's just the convenience to do it on the cable because then it goes right on your bill instead of you paying out of pocket right now.
I would pay the $20.
But I'm sorry, HBO Max has spoiled us already with this, so no.
They have.
But all in all, WandaVision has been phenomenal to me.
Agreed.
So far. It's got me on the edge of my seat now for everything to come for Phase 4.
Man, I'm just upset that they're 30 minutes now. Like I said, if this is if I'm not mistaken, this is the 4th episode, right? So technically, this would have been 2 hour long. This would have been 2 episodes in.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is this: if they were an hour long, so if they put episode 1 and 2 together and then 3 and 4 together, would you have felt satisfied by episode 2 if they were hours long? If they were.
I mean, of course, but see, I think if they were hour long, it'll win a little different because it'll look weird having an hour long and then we go right to this flashback type of way.
Okay, I see what you mean. I definitely see what you mean.
So doing them in 30 minutes fit the way that they went about the story, but they knew that going in. So
yeah, I feel you.
We only got 5 episodes left, people.
I mean, it definitely did ratchet it up.
So
tenfold. So we can
stick with it.
Yeah.
And those that haven't watched it, start watching it. But let us know in the comments below your thoughts and opinions on this episode. Are you finally excited now that you've gotten a lot out of this now? Or are you still not satisfied yet? Let us know. Until next time.